Hello, everyone, and welcome to my 1986 New York Mets replay. We have finally reached the end. We're at game 162. Now, the actual record for the Mets that year in this season after this game was 109-53. This game is quite important because as it stands, they are 99-62, so they need this win to hit the 100 mark. And the team that has caused them the most problems is the Pittsburgh Pirates. In the actual season, they were 15-1 against the Pirates, and in this replay, they are 8-8. By far the biggest difference. San Diego have got a difference of -4. Their record was 10-2 and it ended up 6-6. They did well against Philadelphia with a +5 and against San Francisco with a +2. The others are -1s and 0s. So, and guess who they're playing? You've got it, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pitching for the Mets today is Ron Darling. His actual record in the season was 15-6. He currently stands at 13-10. So he's got something to prove. And we're at Shea Stadium, so the ballpark is a +1 on strikes and a +2 on walks. Let's go down to the ballpark and get the lineups. For the Pirates, leading off left fielder Joe Orsulak. Batting second, shortstop UL Washington. Batting third, center fielder Barry Bonds. In the cleanup spot is the first baseman Sid Bream. Batting 5, third baseman Bobby Bonilla. Batting 6, right fielder Benny DiStefano, or DiStefano, depending on which way you want to say it. In 7th slot is the second baseman Sam Khalifa. And batting 8 is the catcher Ruben Rodriguez. The pitcher for today, batting 9, is Hipólito Peña. His number of starts for this season in 1986 is 1, and this is it. And he pitched 1 inning. His card here allows him to pitch to 6. I'll get to focus. Allows him to pitch to 6 batters before he gets tired. So I suppose is what you'd have as a modern day opener these days. So let's have a look at the Mets lineup. Leading off, centre fielder Lenny Dykstra. Batting second baseman Wally Backman. Batting third, first baseman Keith Hernandez. In the cleanup spot is catcher Gary Carter. Batting 5, right fielder Darryl Strawberry. Batting 6, left fielder Howard Johnson. Batting 7, third baseman Ray Knight. And batting 8 is the shortstop Ron Darling. Shortstop Rafael Santana. And on the mound is Ron Darling. So Darling's warmed up. Let's go down to the ballpark and get this game started. So Orsulak is at the plate. 2-5 is a strike. A 1 is a good strike. And so first strikeout of the game for Ron Darling. UL Washington, the shortstop, comes to the plate. 3-5 is another strike, 11, and that's going to be the second strikeout of the inning for Darling. Up comes Barry Bonds. 6-6, walk 15 against the right-handed pitcher. Even with the 2 is not good enough, so we'll go to Bonds' card. 3-2 star line 1, and he hits that out to Wally Backman. Fires it over to Keith Hernandez for the third out, and 1-2-3 inning for the Pirates. And as we go to the bottom of the first, There is no score. The other thing that I should say about this series, this replay, is that the batters that battered in the actual game, doesn't matter what order I bring them in, but they must all bat before anybody that didn't bat is allowed in, unless something happens like an injury to a catcher. They haven't got a catcher, and then I'll allow that to happen. And the pitchers must pitch in the sequence. So as we go to the bottom of the first, Lenny Dykstra comes to the plate. 6-5 is a strike plus 8 becomes an 8. 8 becomes an 18, and that's inside. So first strikeout for Hipólito Peña. Brings up second baseman Wally Backman. 5-3 is a star line. Oops. And that is going to be star line 1, so it's going to be hit out to shortstop Washington, who gets the ball over to the first baseman, Sid Bream, for the out. Keith Hernandez. 4-3 is a walk possibility. 14 against a lefty, even without the 2, gets him a walk. So Hernandez gets on base. And up comes Gary Carter in cleanup. 5-5, possible error on a grounder. 6-1 is a ground out to the shortstop. 13. Shortstop's number is 12, so it's not an error. So off Gary Carter's card, 1-1, and he doubles that over to the left fielder. So on a double, we -1, so that makes it a 1. The left fielder has got a -1, so he can't get home, so I'll stop at third. So man on second and third. And it's Darryl Strawberry at the plate. 2-6 is a strike possibility, and that's going to get strike with a 10. So he gets his second strikeout, and after 1, we're tied at 0. Coming up for the Pirates, Sid Bream, Bobby Bonilla, and Benny DiStefano. So Bream's at the plate. We'll roll that again because this white dice is angled. 4-3. Strike 11. From a right-handed pitcher, even with the 1 is not enough. So we go to Sid Bream's card. 2-6, and he hits that over to Santana for a 6-3 ground out and one away. Let's put it in the right. That's because I haven't moved my card down. Bobby Bonilla. Oops. 5-6. Range play at the ballpark. 4-4. And that's going to be an unusual result with nobody on base. So we'll get our unusual results. Chart 43. Stinging line drive to the pitcher resolved like an L1 range play. So line range of the pitcher is a 5. So let's see if he makes the play. If pitcher fails to make the play, the ball hits his leg for a single, check for injury. So he made the play. So second out of the inning, and that will bring up Benny DiStefano. 5-4 strikeout, 17 too high. So off DiStefano's card, 5-3, and he hits that out to centre fielder Lenny Dykstra, takes a couple of steps and makes the catch. So as we head to the bottom of the second, score is still tied at 0-0. Coming up for the Mets, Howard Johnson, Ray Knight, and Rafael Santana. And Pena will be fatigued after Howard Johnson. So he's already pitched more than he did in the real game. 5-4. is a walk possibility, 16. Against a left-handed pitcher, he's a 14 plus a 2, so he will walk. So second walk given up. Ray Knight. So he's now fatigued. Trying to get him through so they can replace him at their next inning because he's due to bat. 6-5, K plus 13. He's got a 5 anyway, so that will be a strikeout. Brings up Rafael Santana. 18. He's going to bunt, I believe, on a 4 bunt. So we've got a bunt in place. Let's see what happens off the pitcher's card. 3-6 is a star line, so we ignore that. The bunt is going to go back to the pitcher, and a 15 on a 4, fouled off, redo attempt, or do a regular at bat. So we'll roll again, see if he tries to bunt. And he doesn't. So off Pena's card, 4-2, a home run possibility, 19. It's no question mark, so we go straight, but that's not going to be a home run. He doesn't hit. He only needed a 2 or less. Die stuck, so we'll roll them again. 6-5, and he gets a single out to the right fielder, who is DeStefano. So on an S9, first to third, we +2. 1 for DeStefano is +3, so that gives us a 7. He's going to make it to third. So Howard Johnson makes it over to third. First men on the corner with Ron Darling coming to bat. Here comes the pitch from Pena, 2-3. Error on a throw possible. Off Darling, 3-4. Is a star line 5, which is a grounder to the third baseman. Third baseman's error rating is a 2, and it's a 10, so it's not. So Darling 5-3. Need to check for a double play because we've got a man on third here. So double play 0. Oh, it's not going to be a double play. Who's going to get out? So it's a 5-3. Santana will come to second. Howard Johnson, they'll allow him to score. And up comes Lenny Dykstra. 5-3, star line. 6, so he hits that out to centre field. And Barry Bonds makes the catch for the out. But 1 run comes in, and at the end of 2, the Mets lead the Pirates by 1. Coming up for the Pirates, Sam Khalifa, Ruben Rodriguez, and Hippolyto Pena. Doubt we'll see him batting. 4-2, blank. So we go to Khalifa's card. 1-5, and he hits that out to Ray Knight at third base, over to Howard Johnson for a 5-3 ground out. Ruben Rodriguez. 2-1, strikeout possibility, 11. Strikes him out for his third strikeout. And you notice that this card, they obviously didn't check the PDF very well because it's all over the place, but well, go home. So the pitcher is going to come out. Let's see who we're going to bring in. I'm going to bring Bill Almond into bat for Pena. He's a right-hander. He's going to pinch hit. I doubt he'll stay in unless he can get on base and do something. 5-15-3. And for Pena, he pitched 2 innings, 2 hits, no home runs, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 2, struck out 3. So Bill Allman is at the plate, and 2-2 is a blank on Ron Darling, going to Allman's card. 1-1, he hits that out to Dykstra in centre field, who makes an easy catch. And at the end of the top of the third, the Mets lead by 1-0. So the next pitcher coming in sequence is Mike Bielecki. He's got his own batting card, so I need to get that out. Mike Bielecki. There he is. He will come in at Bill Allman's spot. He is a right-hander. 3-0 and 0-1. And he can only pitch to 5. He could pitch as a starter, he could pitch to 24, but he can only pitch to 5 as a reliever. So he's going to start off. He's got Wally Backman, Keith Hernandez, and Gary Carter. Backman at the plate, 0-for-1, grounded out to the shortstop. 5-5 is a strikeout possibility. 15 against the righties, not in range. So off Backman's card, 1-6, and he flies that out to centre fielder Barry Bonds. Makes an easy catch, and it's 1 away. Keith Hernandez, no at bats at the moment. Walked in his first at bat in the first innings. 2-2. It's a range play. So off Hernandez, 3-6 is a possible single to the third baseman. Third baseman's range is 2, Bonilla. And Bonilla makes the diving catch to stop the base hit and the second out of the inning. Gary Carter doubled in the first, 1-for-1. Bielecki, 5-2 is a range play. 5-1, star line 4, and he hits that out to left field. Joe Ozolak there is a 4, and he makes the catch. So 3 up, 3 down at the bottom of the third, and the Mets lead the Pirates by 1 run. Remember, they need to win this game to make 100 wins on the season. Coming up, Ozolak, Washington, and Bonds. So Ozolak, 0-for-1 with a strikeout. 5-2, home run possibility, straight to the right hand, and he's a 3 and it's a 4, so he doesn't make the home run. 1-1, star line 5, and he flies that out deep onto the warning track, and catch by Howard Johnson out in left field for 1 away. UL Washington also 0-for-1 with a strikeout. 4-4, possible strikeout, and it's in range, so that's the 4th strikeout for Ron Darling. 2 away. Barry Bonds, 0-for-1, grounded out in the first at bat. 6-6, possible walk, 18 against a right-hander pitcher is too high. So from Bonds' card, 5-6, and he hits that out to Wally Backman at second, over to Johnson, and the repeat of his first at bat, out 4-3 on a grounder. And that's the end of the top of the 4th, with the Mets with this slender 1-0 lead. Coming up for the Mets, Darryl Strawberry, Howard Johnson, and Ray Knight. Strawberry 0-for-1, struck out in his first at bat. 5-5 strikeout 2, and he's going to strike out in his second at bat. First strikeout for Mike Bielecki. Howard Johnson walked in his first at bat and scored, so he's the only run scorer. Pitch from Bielecki, 6-4 against a lefty is Starline, and that is going to be hit out to Khalifa at second base for a 4-3 ground out. And now Bielecki is tired, and up comes Ray Knight. Possible strikeout 18, no. Off Ray Knight's card, 3-1, Starline 2, and he hits that stop Washington for a 6-3 ground out to end the 4th inning. And as we go to the top of the 5th, it's the Pirates 0, the Mets 1. So coming up for the Pirates in the top of the 5th, Sid Bream, Bobby Bonilla, and Benny DiStefano. Sid Bream 0-for-1, grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat. 5-6 range play at the ballpark. 5-1, and he hits that out to left field, and the range play of the left fielder is a 2. Howard Johnson, and he doesn't make it, which is unfortunate because it would have been a fly out. In fact, I don't think you actually do ranges on question marks because it's not on the grid, so it is actually a fly out. Never had that before, but I'm assuming that's right. Can't have a fly out if it hasn't got a failed range on the range chart. Bobby Bonilla, 0-for-1. Lined out to the pitcher. 6-5 is blank, so we go to Bonilla's card. 1-5, and he hits that out to second baseman Wally Backman and over to Howard Johnson for the second out. Benny DiStefano fly out to center field, 0-for-1 in the game so far. 4-3, possible strikeout, and he strikes him out for the 5th strikeout to end the top of the 5th. So as we go to the bottom of the 5th, the Mets leading the Pirates 1-0. Coming up for the Mets, Rafael Santana, Ron Darling, and then Lenny Dykstra. Santana 1-for-1 with a single, left on base. 4-5, nothing in the card, and remember Bielecki is tired, trying to get him through this inning. 4-5 off Santana's card, and he hits that out to the shortstop Washington for a ground out. Ron Darling 0-for-1, but he did get the RBI. 1-5, he's right-handed and he hits a single, so he gets on base. Lenny Dykstra. 4-2, wild pitch 10. And he does so. A wild pitch by Bielecki. And Darling moves to second. And they're going to make a move. So John Smiley is going to come in. Let's have a look. So 1.1 innings, no hits, 1 hit, sorry. 1 hit, no runs. Could still have an earned run. didn't walk and he struck somebody out, and Smiley can only pitch to 4, so I think that he will stay in the pitcher spot because he'll not be pitching more than 1 inning. He's a lefty. So he's finished his warm-up tossers now. And he's going to pitch to Lenny Dykstra, 0 for 2. 3-5 is a star line. And he's going to hit that out to centre fielder. Barry Bonds makes the easy catch for the second out. Wally Backman, 0 for 2. 2-2, possible home run, 18. No. Off Wally Backman's card. 1-3 against a lefty. He's going to hit that to the first baseman. Bobby Bonilla, flip it over to Smiley for the second out. And that ends the bottom of the 5th. So the Mets take the 1-0 lead into the top of the 6th. Coming up, Khalifa, Rodriguez, and Smiley if he stays. And I doubt he will. Sam Khalifa, 0 for 1. 1-6 is a strikeout possibility, too high. Off Khalifa's card, 4-6 against a righty, and he hits that out to Wally Backman for a 4-3 ground out. Ruben Rodriguez, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 3-1 off Darling's card is a blank, so we go to Rodriguez. 1-6. He hits that out to right fielder Darryl Strawberry, who makes the catch for 2 outs. And so they're going to bring the pinch hitter in, and that is going to be the end of John Smiley's day. He didn't pitch an awful lot. 0.2 innings, no hits, no runs, not all the way across. And they're going to bring in Rafael Belliard. Who is a right-handed batter. He's going to pinch hit. Three, 4. Possible error if it's a grounder, so going to Belliard's card. 3-2 is a grounder to third baseman. The third baseman's error rating is an 11, and it's a 1, so it is an error. So an error on a ground out. Boots the ball, and Belliard reaches on an E5. Good old Ray Knight, you can always guarantee he'll get an error. And up comes Joe Orzelak. And I think he's going to steal. So 17 and 1 for Carter is 18. And Belliard steals a base. So Orzelak 0 for 2. 5-3 off Ron Darling's card is a hit by pitch, and it's a 4, and he's hit by pitch 2, so it's -1, so no hit by pitch. Joe Orzelak. 6-5, and he grounds out to the second baseman, Wally Backman, for the third out. So Belliard is left stranded. And as we go to the bottom of the 6th, the score is still 1-0 to the Mets. Right, Belliard. Can play shortstop and second base. Shortstop's coming up. Second base is Khalifa. So I'm going to bring him in at second base. Khalifa is going to go out. And he will be replaced in that slot by the next pitcher, who is, Ray Krosick. He's a right-hander. So coming up for the Mets, Keith Hernandez, Gary Carter, and Darryl Strawberry. So Hernandez, 1-for-1 with a walk. 5-4 is a possible strikeout for, and he strikes him out. So Krosick gets his first strikeout of the game with his first batter of the game. Gary Carter, 1-for-2, doubled in his first at bat. 3-2 is a wild pitch, 11. No, that's out of the range. So we go to Gary Carter's card, 6-6, and he pops that up. Underneath it is the shortstop, UL Washington, makes the catch, and 2 away. Darryl Strawberry, 0-for-2, both have been strikeouts. 2-3, walk plus 18 makes it 28, so he's going to walk Strawberry. And up comes Howard Johnson, 0-for-1 with a walk and a run. 2-2 is a hit by pitch. That's not going to happen. 4-3 off Howard Johnson. There's a single out to the center fielder. So S8 is a -1, but it's a 0 because there's 2 outs. So Strawberry's a 4. The center fielder is a -1, so 1-3. And he gets over, so he'll stop at second. Men on first and second with 2 outs. Ray Knight coming to the plate. Knight, who is 0-for-2. 6-5. He can only pitch to 5 batters, by the way, and this will be his last one before he's fatigued. 6-5. And it's a single past the catcher, so 4-6 will make it to third, so he'll make it a third, and coming in to score will be Darryl Strawberry to double the lead. So Mets take a 2-0 lead, men on the corners. And Rafael Santana, 1-for-2. 1-6 strikeout, 9 won't be good enough. Off Santana's card, 1-5. He hits that out to left fielder Ozolak, who makes the catch to end the inning. And as we go to the top of the 7th, it's the Mets leading the Pirates 2-0. Coming up for the Pirates, UL Washington, Barry Bonds and Sid Bream. Washington is 0-for-2, both strikeouts. 2-6 is a single if he was tired, but he's not. So we go to Washington's card. 5-5, and he hits that out to Batman for a 4-3 ground out. Batman's been busy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 ground outs to Batman. Barry Bonds, 0 for 2, both being ground outs to Batman, as it happens. 3-4, possible error on a ground ball. 2-2 is a fly out to right fielder Darryl Strawberry, who makes the catch for the second out. And up comes Sid Bream. 2-3 question marks. He is a left-hander, so it's going to be a star line. And he's going to hit that out to Howard Johnson in left field. And that will bring an end to the top of the 7th. So we go to the 7th inning stretch for the last time this season. And the Pirates trail the Mets 2-0. Ballpark crowd, crackerjack, never come back. Root, home team, shame. 3 strikes, you're out, ball game. So there's the end of the 7th inning stretch. And we're going to have a change of picture, obviously. Barry Jones is going to come in. So Krosick pitched 1 inning. He had 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 1, struck 1 out. So Barry Jones, let's have a look who we've got to come in. Have we got a first baseman that can come in? No. Centre fielder? No. Right, Barry Bonds is the centre fielder. This is why it's so much more interesting with the National League, because you've got to look at the players. We have somebody who can play shortstop. We don't. So who's the shortstop? UL Washington. He can play second base, but we don't have a person that can play second base. Belliard can play second base, but we don't have a shortstop. Right, so we can bring Sid Bream out. So Sid Bream is going to come out, as is this guy here. And coming in the pitcher's place is Mike Diaz. So D is going to be Mike Diaz, who is right-handed. He's going to play first base. 2-2 H03. And coming in for Sid Bream is Barry Jones. Who's the pitcher? 218N01. Right, so 9-18, still got a lot to go here. Could pitch all the way through, Ron Darling. Coming up, Ron Darling, Lenny Dykstra, and Wally Backman. Darling is 1 for 1 with a RBI, and he's got the game-winning RBI at the moment. 3-6 against a righty. He's a strikeout chance, and he strikes him out. So first strikeout for Barry Jones. Lenny Dykstra, 0 for 3. 4-3 against a lefty is a home run possibility, 10, and it's against the right-hand pitcher, and he hits this deep and out of the park for A solo home run for Lenny Dykstra, increasing the lead to 3. So 1 out as Wally Backman comes to the plate. 0 for 3 today. 4-5 is a possible walk for, and he's going to walk him. So Backman getting on base, and he's going to try and steal. 13 plus 1 is 14 plus the catcher. So 14 will get him there, and that's leaning, so I'm going to roll it again. And he gets him. So he's caught stealing. And up comes Keith Hernandez. 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. 3-6. Against a lefty, could be a home run. And for the second time in this inning, out of the park, Keith Hernandez hits a home run. Barry Jones is beleaguered on the mound. Manager's out to talk to him, try and calm him down, get him through this inning. Gary Carter coming to the plate, 1 for 2 with a double. 6-1. He can pitch to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, so he's not tired. So we treat it as a blank. Go to Carter's card. 4-3, and he hits that past Bobby Bonilla for a single. Darryl Strawberry, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run and 2 strikeouts. 1-3, a possible error on a grounder. Off Strawberry's card, 4-4 is a question mark, 8-11 against a right-hander. And an 11 will be a triple, and that is going to bring in Gary Carter. And the manager is back out onto the mound, and they're going to bring Barry Jones out. So who comes in next after Barry Jones? Is Pat Clement. Pat Clements, sorry. So let's have a look at Barry Jones's numbers. They're not going to make good reading. 0.2 innings. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 2 home runs. 3 runs so far, and he's still got Darryl Strawberry. Walked 1, struck 1 out. So Pat Clements comes in. I put that in the wrong place. That should be Barry Jones there. I thought it would be a bit odd that he were coming into bat. Let's just clear that off. So he is going to come out. So Clements comes in. 3-0 and 0-1. And here we go. Howard Johnson. 1 for 2 with a walk and a run. 2-1, possible error on a grounder. 3-4 is going to be a single out to the right fielder, DiStefano, and that will bring Darryl Strawberry in, and that will give the earned run, the 4th run earned to Barry Jones. Ray Knight, 1 for 3 with a RBI. 6-4 is a strikeout possibility against a lefty, not good enough. 1-4 is going to be grounded out to shortstop UL Washington, who will gratefully throw that over to first baseman Mike Diaz to end the inning. But 4 runs have come over the plate for a 6-0 lead now for the Mets. Looks like their chances are going to be that they'll get to the 100 now. So we've got Bonilla, DiStefano, and Mike Diaz. To come to the plate. Bonilla is 0 for 2. 1-6 strikeout possibility, strikes him out. 6 strikeout for Ron Darling. Benny DiStefano, he is 0 for 2. 1-1 possible strikeout, 20. That's not going to be a strikeout. Go to DiStefano's card. 2-3, and he hits a single out to right field. Strawberry gets that in, but he gets on base. Mike Diaz comes to the plate. (5-4) strikeout possibility, strikes him out. 7th strikeout. Ruben Rodriguez, 0 for 2 with the strikeout. 6-1 wild pitch, 17, no, out of the range. So we go to Rodriguez's card. 1-6, and he hits that over to Batman for yet another 4-3 ground out to end the top of the 8th. Mets lead in 6-0. And in comes Pat Clements. He can pitch to 4, and he has already pitched to 2. So he's going to be pitching tired if he can. 3-4 strikeout possibility, 12, no. Rafael Santana's card. 2-4, and he hits that out to UL Washington at shortstop for the first out. 6-3 ground out. And up comes Ron Darling. He can pitch to 28, so he would be tired on the last pitch. We're going to let him bat. Can he pitch the whole of the game? 5-4. Strikeout possibility, strikes him out. That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. First strikeout for Pat Clements, and Lenny Dykstra comes to the plate. 1 for 4 with a strikeout and a home run. 1-6, Lenny Dykstra's card. 3-4, and he gets a single back past the pitcher. That will bring up Wally Backman. 0 for 3 with a walk and caught stealing at his last at bat. 4-5 is a possible walk, and he's going to walk him again. So that's going to be walk number 1, but the second walk for Wally Backman. Keith Hernandez, 1 for 3 with a home run and a walk. 2-6 possible strikeout, 15. That's not going to be good enough. So off Hernandez's card, 1-3, and he hits that out to third baseman Bonilla, over to Mike Diaz at first to end the inning. And as we go to the top of the 9th, the Mets lead the Pirates by 6. So the Pirates need to score 6 runs in order to take it down to the bottom of the 8th. Belliard's going to come out, and they're going to bring Johnny Ray in as a pinch hitter. This score sheet says a sheet of 2 halves, isn't it? He's a switch hitter. So here comes the pitch from Ron Darling. 3-4. Possible grounder on error. Off Ray's card, 1-2 is a star line 6, which is a fly out to right fielder Darryl Strawberry. Makes the catch. And it's 1 away. That was Rafael Belliard, by the way. But anyway, we'll bring Belliard into bat now. A bit of a mistake, but it's not going to make a lot of difference. 2-2 is a blank. 1-2, and he hits that out to the shortstop. And Santana makes the play. So UL Washington, and they are going to bring in, it's a right-handed batter, Jim Morrison. Who is a right-handed batter. He's a pinch hitter. 3-11-3. We're just 1 out away from the end of the season. And here comes the pitch. Two-six. Ron Darling is tired. I hope he gets this out, because if he isn't, he's got to come off. So 2-6. It's a single. And that means that Ron Darling must come out. So Darling pitched 8.2 innings. Only 2 hits. Did he walk anybody? No walks. And 7 strikeouts. So who's the one that's going to come and close the game off? They're bringing Sid Fernandez in. Hissing Sid. For 1 out. Who have we got for? RJ Reynolds is going to come in for UL Washington. He's a switch hitter, so he's going to bat right. just like that. Jim Morrison is going to try and steal a base. So 11, 14, 15, 1 to 15 steals it. And he doesn't, he gets caught stealing. And that will end the game. And RJ Reynolds gets to stand in the box. And so no runs. And that will complete the 1986 Mets replay. The final game, Pittsburgh 0, New York Mets 6. Game-winning RBI goes to Ron Darling. No errors, 1 error. So let's have a look at Sid Fernandez. He didn't pitch to anybody. What? It's 0+1. So a shutout would have been on the cards for Ron Darling, but for that, last batter having to be taken by Sid Fernandez. Ron Darling gets the win. Pena gets the loss. Let's have a look at the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 hits. So your final score, Pittsburgh, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. New York Mets, 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. I hope you've enjoyed the series. This is my last video. So it's been really enjoyable to get this project completed. And I'll be watching you guys that produce these videos. But I'm stopping doing them because the numbers are just not worthwhile putting the effort in to make these videos anymore. Got 11 from a previous game. Don't know what I'm going to get for this one. But anyway, it's been a pleasure. Thanks very much, guys, and goodbye.